Imagine you're sleeping, you're having a great dream, and then all of a sudden, the smell of swine starts to fill the air. You keep tossing and turning, you stuff your face into the pillow, trying to ignore it. But oh no, you get popped in the face with some of that swine grease. And just as you're about to get angry, your loving father comes up to you and hands you a swine log. As the salt and grease infiltrate your veins, you forget about everything else. All is well.
Yum yum. Good morning.
For the Jenkins Resilience crew, this inspiring story isn't far from the truth because their children sleep in the kitchen. A mid slumber snack is part of their day to day. And don't worry about a napkin, honey. You have a really big one right here. Your blanket. Aren't you scared of them choking? Shut the fuck up, Sarah, you fucking narc. We all can't live a privileged swine-free lifestyle like you. You think you're better than me because you actively avoid choking hazards? My babies are warm and fed. Get over yourself, you pompous bitch. So, most of you have already seen this diabolical couple that lives in a six-family household with one more child on the way. No one knows exactly how they got into the situation, but most people are certain that some precautions could have been taken after, I don't know, their first, second, third, fourth kid that they clearly couldn't take care of. But are you sure, guys? Are you sure she had a choice? Are you sure she didn't have to have that many kids? Didn't God say to be fruitful and multiply? Are we not all fam in the club? Are you racist? Okay, for real, this lady is multiplying and she's also dividing the living areas into bedrooms for her children, and they're subtracting money from their bank accounts for a brand new PS5. Really good at math, this one.
As you can read in the caption above, we're a family of 6 going on 7 living in a 1-bedroom apartment. As the kids grow older, that means we constantly have to adapt our environment to give them more means for privacy and extra space. When outside our environment appears cluttered, disorganized, what have you. But quite frankly, after making do for nearly 3 years,
And let me tell you, people cannot stand. I mean, it makes their blood boil to see this hardworking man with no job playing on his PS5, bonding with his kids who aren't really in the game, but he's bonding with his kids. What's wrong with you people? And this woman, rightfully so, wants to give this man another child. And to kind of put the expired cherry on top, this man has already gotten exposed by his ex for his negligence towards their child together. Like, I'm talking, there's proof of documents, like, there's no way that she's making any of this up.
So, you wanna know what's funny, y'all? This is the recent affidavit I received, right? So, if you've been paying what you said you've been paying, Andrew, why do they need this?
Yeah, people just hate the poor Jenkins resilience crew. The mom really can't do anything right. She's in her Nara Smith era. Look at her. She's making immunity shots for the kids, and people are just roasting her. The food too was better than the kids. Give me a break. I think the most popular comment on her page right now is just people requesting that she gets her son some shoes. Now, I don't think the little black boy that you guys are seeing in the video is her son. I think people have come to that realization by now that this is a kid that her man came into the relationship with already. Her man's ex kind of already did confirm that he already had his child along with her son. So,
Okay, hasn't seen his son since he was 5, and that's because I reached out to him to come to his kindergarten graduation, and at the time he only had one child, which was the little black boy you guys see in his videos. That's my oldest's little brother. Now my oldest, who's at the top because he will be 12, doesn't even know he has 2 other siblings. So no, they didn't meet when he had one child. He probably has more.
and people are even saying that the kids that you see who seem to be like monoracial white kids are from a different relationship with the alleged felon that I mentioned earlier.
She found out that this woman's first husband essayed, I think, a 14-year-old, a 7-year-old, and his own mother. His mother. Y'all, this story literally every single day, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And worse and worse and worse.
It's also confusing, but I'm not concerned about all the little details as much as I'm concerned about this little boy who is clearly in their care and seems to not be treated like the rest of the kids. There are some signs of neglect here. All of the kids, don't get me wrong, are treated like trash anyway, but he seems to have it the worst. People have taken notice to his shoes and that the dad went and got the little girl's shoes, but not him, allegedly. And people have noticed that he was the only one without matching pajamas on the day that they were all doing their little Christmas preparations. At this point, a lot of people feel like the family doesn't deserve any support because they're doing the wrong things with the support that they're receiving. People feel like the kids should come first, putting beds and socks at the top of the list instead of $80 keyboard cleaners. And they're not wrong at all. To be living there for 3 years and just allowing your young children to live like this is not okay. A lot of people have also expressed concern for the way the kids would feel to see their friends' homes and just realize how different their living situation is compared to the average child. People go through hard times and it's a completely normal part of life, but your children who you brought into this world's comfort should always come before your own. They didn't choose to be here. People like Bootstrap Becky are being promoted under her videos because of this reason, because people see and realize that just because you're not doing well right now doesn't mean that you get to exploit your children and mistreat them.
Can we talk about the humbling conversations you start to have with your kids as they develop and age into more adult-like conversations? Because yesterday my kid came up to me and said, "Mom, how come adults don't celebrate their birthdays?" And I told her it's not so much that we don't celebrate our birthdays, it's the fact that these last few years your dad and I have spent any extra means we have on your guys' birthdays. All of our birthdays are back to back, and we like to save the funds that we have available for your guys' birthdays, which means that for mommy and daddy there's not much left over. And my kids literally started tearing up.
Bootstrap Becky is only trying to get into the Creator Fund so that she can comfortably provide for her family. Definitely go check out her page if you're on TikTok and you're looking to support a mother who is genuinely trying to do the right thing for her children. There are people out there who actually need help who would never embarrass their kids like this. So I don't like when people make it seem like this is a good way to go about it. I can definitely tell you that growing up as a child with less is something that you will always come to notice. But growing up being clearly exploited, neglected, and abused by your own family is a whole different ballgame. Realizing that you are the last thing on your parents' list of priorities and that they have no interest in getting you out of that situation, that they chose to bring you into fucked up conditions where you've woken up getting popped in the face with sausage grease, that they put a PS5 before socks and shoes. I can't lie, I feel really bad for them and they deserve all the help they can get. But when things are just being donated directly to two people who clearly don't give a fuck, I'm just concerned. I just really hope the kids make it out of this situation. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did I miss anything about the situation? Let us know in the comments down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.